Hi everyone, in this video we will learn how to submit wages withholding tax report. We will also understand how to prepare a payroll. This video is prepared in three sections. The first section is about easy way of submitting wages withholding tax report, and then we will learn how to include daily labors in your report, and the last section is about other options to submit wages withholding tax report using e-filing taxation system. And I do want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We are looking forward to hear your comments. Before jumping to the wages withholding tax report, you have to prepare your payroll. This is the format which we are using. These are the information which we recommend to be included in your report, like company name, TIN, address, tax period, currency, phone number and email, employee's name, employee's father name, last name, designation, tax identification number, hiring date, gross salary, tax deduction. This is the formula which we are using for tax calculation. Net salary, gross salary minus tax deduction, payment date, and you can put your remarks here. These columns are recommended to be included in your payroll. You can also add other columns if required. Let's see MF template for payroll. You can also use this template. This is MF template which we downloaded from the system. This is information about your company TIN, branch number, employee TIN and name, tax period, gross salary, payment date, tax deduction and number of days in the month. You can also use this format for your payroll, but I recommend that we should use this format instead. Let's minimize this one, close this one. Now open your browser. Visit ards.ard.gov.af webpage. Now put your username or your TIN in here, and then your password. Press the sign in button. After signing in, go to the left side menu bar, filing, and press due filing. In due filing section, you will have to find your exact tax form. Let's say we are submitting tax report for the third month of 1399. This is our form. Now click here. In the create assessment page, you will see information about your company and the tax form which you want to submit, like tax period, start date, end date, payment due date, and then in this section you have to put number of employees during the month, total gross salary for the month, and total tax deduction during the month. Your adjustment should be put in here, and self-assessed penalties will be calculated automatically. Let's take our total number of employees. It's 5, and then our total gross salary. You can see sum of gross salary for all employees. So 92,000 is our total gross salary, and then our tax deduction. You can see sum of tax deduction for all employees, income tax deduction. And then you should press the submit button. After submitting, you will see a notice of assessment which says that your assessment is successfully submitted. This is information about your company and tax form, and this is the information which you submitted and assessed. Total number of employees, total gross salary 92,000 Afghani, and then your total tax deduction. Penalties will be calculated automatically, and in the payment section you will see due payment and penalties if applicable. Payment amount is 0, and the balance is, this is the balance. After checking everything is fine, if you want to edit, you can edit. Otherwise you can generate PDF or print PDF. Let's say press the print PDF button. Then the print preview will show up. You have to save both soft and hard copy of this file in your documents in a secure place. We are saving our PDF format. This is the easiest way to submit wages withholding tax report using e-filing taxation system of Afghanistan. Of course, there are some other methods which we will introduce later on how to submit wages withholding tax report. So you have to add an extra sheet in your payroll. The heading section will be the same, and in the table you will see date, full name, father name, task number, passport number, license number, then phone number, type whether he is skilled or unskilled labor. Then you can add a column for TIN. It is optional. Sorry for spelling mistake. Then daily wages, then tax deduction. This is the formula which we are using for daily tax deduction based on MF guidelines. Then net payment, and in the bottom you will see some of these columns, gross salary, tax deduction. And then in your payroll you have to add the small table containing gross salary and tax deduction for permanent employees and daily labor. And also the total of these two. In the create assessment page, in the number of employees, you should put number of permanent employees only. And then in a gross salary, you have to put the total gross salary of permanent employees plus daily labor. And then in the tax deduction, you should also do the same. And that's how you submit wages withholding tax report if you do have daily labor, and then press the submit button. In this method, instead of manually putting this number, we have to use create or edit employment list. Before going here, we have to go to employment section. In the employment section, you will see list of your employees, including their TIN, first name, last name, date of birth, status, occupation, started, ended. You have to add all of your employees to this list. To add a new employee, click here. Employment registration form, you have to fill it for all of your employees. In the first field, you have to put the TIN of your employees. Leave first name and last name and address field blank. Then start date. Type of contract, whether it's permanent or temporary, you will say permanent. Then occupation, his position, you will select accountant assistant. Then whether he is secondary employee or senior employee, you can say yes, he's secondary employee, and then press the register this employee button. As you can see, she is added to your list, so you have to add all of your employees to this list one by one. After completing your employees list, close this tab and go back to your create assessment page and click on create edit employee list. Click here. In the employees list, you will see list of all of your employees here. Their TIN, employee's name, their gross salary and tax withhold. You have to add these gross salary and tax deduction manually. Tax will be calculated manually. You have to calculate this. Let's say after completing your list, you have to go to save and press the save button. After saving your list, you have to go back to your create assessment page. In the create assessment page, you will see that some of your fields are automatically calculated, like number of employees, gross salary, tax deduction. If it's final, you can press the submit button. This method may work for small companies with small payroll, but if you are a big company with too much employees, you have to be able to upload your Excel sheet. So to do this, you have to download Excel template, open your Excel template. This is a wages withholding tax template prepared by the Ministry of Finance. Here you should put the TIN of company, branch number, TIN of employee, and your name, tax period, gross salary, payment date, tax deduction. Then you have to complete this form. This is the formula and number of days. After completing your list, you can upload your list. Click on browse, select your list, and then press the open button. For now you will ignore this. Then you can also print the PDF of your payroll prepared by the system. This is the payroll format prepared by the system. You have to keep it in a secure place, both hard copy and soft copy of it. Now close this. Go back to your employees list. In employees list, sometimes you may want to remove someone from this list. To do this, you have to go to taxpayer information and then employments. Click here. In the employees list, find the employee which you want to remove and then click on the edit button. In the edit employees form, you have to give it an end date. Then press the save button. You can see this employee with an end date. Employees with end date may not show up in your payroll anymore. So this is how you submit wages withholding tax report using e-filing taxation system of Afghanistan. Thanks for your time. In the next video, you will learn how to submit rent withholding tax report. If you do have any question regarding tax or e-filing, don't hesitate to contact me directly. Following are my contact details, my phone number and my WhatsApp number and my email address.